Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we are doing another Let's Talk series where we are going to talk about topics that matter, such as motherhood, parenting, and wellness. To those of you watching my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Dame and I'm 37 weeks pregnant and I have a baby girl who is such a bundle of energy named Kaylee and a husband who edits, directs, and supports me because really he doesn't have much choice. No, I'm just kidding. It's just he is an awesome person in general. But enough of the intro. Today, let's talk about the 5 common pregnancy worries that we often experience during pregnancy. Pregnancy worry number 1. Will I ever get my pre-pregnancy body back? Yes, it's definitely possible to get your pre-pregnancy body back. However, if you weren't into exercising or healthy eating before the pregnancy, you might find this particularly challenging. Well, unless of course you're one of those amazing women with amazing genes, so girl, I envy you if that's the case. Getting your pre-pregnancy body back is going to be a process because, for example, if you had normal delivery, then you can get back to exercising after a few days. But if you had C-section delivery, then that might delay you for a few more weeks. Sounds doable, no? Not really, because if you were breastfeeding, then you might find it hard to tone down your eating habits, delaying you for even a few more weeks or months. And then what if you get postpartum depression? That will delay you even more, maybe even a year, depending on how bad it is. Like I said, it's a process. It can be long or short, but the entire thing is up to you. But sometimes, even wanting it bad enough is not enough, because not all of us have access to personal trainers, full-time nannies, or weight loss treatments. Because really, what most of us want is just to get some sleep and rest so we can prepare for the next day's battle with our kids. However, there is a way we can ease ourselves with this worry, and that is called acceptance. And by acceptance, I mean appreciating your body for the changes it has gone through, acknowledging that there is work that needs to be done, and affirming yourself into thinking positively about your body so that when the urge to compare is strong, you instead respond with self-love and self-care. An example of an affirmation that you can use goes something like this. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I have gained weight for the past few months, but that's okay because I carried life in it for 9 months. I may not like the look of it now, but I will do something about it just as I am able. I was beautiful then and I am beautiful now. Reclaim your body, mommy friends, because if you're not gonna do it, then who will? If you carried life in that body for 9 months, then imagine what you can do in the years to come. Something can be done, but it will require time, patience, discipline, and most importantly, kindness to yourself to make it happen. Pregnancy worry number 2. What if there is something wrong with my baby? Okay, so now I think this one is a legit worry that bothers all pregnant women alike, especially first-time moms. Because we all want a healthy, normal baby. Because who doesn't? I mean, the world is already cruel enough. So I think there's a phase during the time when we're pregnant that we tend to obsess over the littlest symptoms. And usually that's when our friend Google doesn't become so friendly at all. But sometimes life happens, and there is really not much we can do except change the way we see things. We can either obsess over something that we have no control over or focus on the things that we actually can control. Being able to know the entireness of the problem helps us deal with it when the baby comes. And I always say that denial doesn't solve the problem, but instead it keeps us from seeing the solution. Pregnancy worry number three. Am I mommy material? Will I ever be a good mom? I don't think anyone's ever ready for their first kid. Let alone, I don't think anyone has the right to tell you that you're not mommy material or you're not a good mom. I mean, that's just really society's way of controlling you or making you feel bad about yourself. I don't think there's a book ever published telling you how to deal when your kid is like this and like that. Because really, you never really know your kid until it's there. And the personality of the kids is different from one another. It's kind of like, opening a giant Jack in the Box and you think you kind of know what's inside, but then when you open it, you get like, what? Like, you actually don't know really. I think becoming a mother is a learning process because motherhood is not one size fits all. There will be days that you're going to suck, but there will also be days that you are going to be amazing. So I suggest you let go of those mom expectations and just take it one day at a time. You don't have the answers to everything. In fact, you'll be winging it, second guessing yourself, and figuring things out as you go. But you know what? That's okay because that is the realness of motherhood. But if you are still in doubt if you're a good mom or not, I suggest you start with showing some love, making time, and giving support. A little goes a long way already. So imagine if you give it all. Pregnancy worry number four. Will I ever be the same person after birth? No, you won't be the same person after birth because bringing life in this world is not just a physical change, but it's a mind-blowing entire kind of life change. But it's not really that bad, and let me tell you why. There is no denying that our priorities change once the baby comes. It goes from I'm gonna work for me, I'm gonna take care of me, to I'm gonna work for us and I'm gonna take care of you for the rest of my life. So it's no surprise that we end up feeling scared because we start fearing the loss of our identity. I used to be the life of the party. Name a party and I'm there dressed to kill, ready to get drunk. But now I long more for quiet days and going on vacation. And in fact, I don't enjoy the feeling of getting drunk anymore. Just because I know that dealing with a hangover and waking up with a kid the next day is a recipe for disaster. Was the transition easy for me? No. It was probably one of the most difficult things I had to go through. There were many times, and there are still so many times, and I'm pretty sure in the future, there will be times that I am going to miss the old me. But do I regret becoming a mother? Obviously not. And why not, you say? Because life is so much richer with Kaylee around. I think kids teaches us lessons better than our parents and teachers together. Kids, they push us to our limits, but then they also allow us to explore parts of ourselves that we never thought existed. So yeah, having a child around, we become a bit more patient, a bit more understanding, grateful. We become a bit more creative, driven, and inspired, all because of one child. So, no, you don't become the same person after birth. But you know what? You become a bit more. You become a mother. Pregnancy, worry number 5. Will we be able to afford it? Okay, so this worry is kind of like a gigantic worry if you're having an unplanned pregnancy. But I think for people who have planned this pregnancy for years, it's not much of a big deal. But anyway, having a baby, as we all know, is expensive. But I think it's also kind of sad for some people to miss out the joyhood of parenting just because of money. It is only overwhelming at first just because most first time parents do not know where to begin or how to begin. But really, it's nothing that planning cannot fix. So you actually get 9 months to prepare for it, and you can use this time to check in on your finances and to be able to budget what you think your growing family will be needing. You know, everybody gets nervous the first time, and as a parent, I understand that there is the need for us to give our child everything they want. I mean, you know, get a new house, get a car, buy the expensive toys. But you know what? In the first early years of the child's life, they honestly don't need much except for your undivided love and attention. Well, okay, fine. There's diapers and vaccines, but you know, having one or two kids, it's actually pretty doable. But you might want to rethink that if you're having three or more. So there you have it, mommy friends. My answers, suggestions, tips to the 5 most common pregnancy worries that we have. And I think that also applies to some of the women who are planning to have kids. But anyway, I know there's still more pregnancy worries that we need to talk about. So if you want me to make a part 2 of this video, please feel free to comment below. Also, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please give us some love. And while you're at it, please don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.